Hello, everyone. Welcome to Living Beyond Limitations, the podcast that inspires you to rise above your limitations, build resilience, embrace growth, work in faith and purpose. I am Coach Daniela and I am your host. So today is a solo episode, me, you, and the conversation we're about to have now. Let's dive into something that shapes everyone's journey and has also shaped my journey of living with visual impairment for the past 8 years, and that is the power of purpose. A lot of people underrate the word purpose, but today we're going to talk about what it truly means and how powerful it is. So come along with me as we have this deep conversation about the power of purpose. This month, November, makes it 8 solid years that I've been living with visual impairment. Looking back at 8 years ago, when I lost the full functionality of my sight, I thought I couldn't do life. Like, how was I supposed to live with visual impairment? Like a whole me, La Diva, doing life as a visually impaired person. I was like, no, no, no. I can't live as a visually impaired person. Not with all the stigmatization and discrimination people with visual impairment face. I really wanted to end my life desperately. Okay, so if you haven't heard my story before, I have shared the story on this platform. You can go back how I became a visually impaired person. I also shared how I struggled with depression and suicidal ideation and a whole lot of things. Yeah. So you can go back and watch my story. So fast forward to 8 years later, I am still doing life as a visually impaired person. And as you can see, I am so happy, fulfilled. I mean, that's because I got to realize God has a purpose for me. And even before He created me, before I became a visually impaired person, He had a purpose for me. I mean, a lot of people talk about purpose, purpose, purpose. But what does purpose truly mean? Purpose is the reason why you and I exist. Purpose has impacted my life a whole lot. And I'll share with you 5 ways in which purpose has impacted my life. Number one, purpose has given me a sense of meaning. Yeah, I now understand that my life has meaning. So when I lost my sight, I thought that my life was meaningless. My life was useless. I was worthless and I couldn't do anything as a visually impaired person. But now I've come to realize that my life has meaning. I am here to fulfill God's purpose for my life, regardless of my impairment. My impairment doesn't define me. And I now have a direction, which takes me to the next one. Number two, direction. Purpose has given me a direction in life. I mean, before I became a visually impaired person, I would wake up and all I did was go to work, come back, go to church, be on my phone, going through things, fashion, watch e-news, that kind of thing as a fashionista. Yeah, I didn't really have a direction then. But because I've come to realize my God's given purpose, I now have a direction in life. So I have the foundation, the Shining Light Children's Foundation. I have my Queen's Coaching and Mentorship Group, Lightens Coaching, and this podcast, Living Beyond Limitations. So I have a direction in life. I know what I want to do. I sleep and I look forward to the next day. What do I want to do? What are the projects I want to do in my foundation? What are the contents I need to put out there for teens? What are the programs I need to do for teenagers? What stories do I need to share on this platform, Living Beyond Limitation, that would impact lives? I am all happy and I feel fulfilled when I do all that. So that takes me to the next point, number three, fulfillment. Purpose has given me fulfillment. Yes, I am fulfilled. I feel fulfilled when I do what I do. Right now, as I'm sharing this, I feel fulfilled. I mean, you can see it in my face. I am so joyful. Creating content for teenagers, parents, my podcast, carrying out charity outreaches, counseling teenagers one on one. I mean, that's fulfillment. Wow. I'm like, so someone with visual impairment can actually feel fulfilled. I am so, 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 so fulfilled. And because I am fulfilled, it keeps me going in life. Like it has given me resilience. And that's number four. Purpose has made me to develop resilience. When I talk about resilience, I mean having the ability to bounce back from setbacks and overcome challenges. When I became a visually impaired person, I wasn't resilient, like resilient far from me, no atom of resilience. But now, because I now know that my life has a meaning and I feel fulfilled doing what I do, I have developed resilience. Resilience is like a muscle, you keep developing it daily, and I have come to develop that. Resilience doesn't mean that I don't have setbacks and all that, but because I now know that my life has meaning, I've been able to overcome those challenges. Sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I wish I could just see this person, see this object. I wish I could just navigate my way alone without assistance. But then I don't, bother about that. I've been able to navigate and overcome such challenges because I've been able to develop resilience. And finally, number five, purpose has helped me a lot with mental health challenges. Purpose serves as a protective factor for mental health challenges. When you have purpose, you won't struggle with anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders. I was depressed. I was suicidal. I was anxious of going out, but because I have come to discover purpose, it has helped me a whole lot. Depression now waiting, anxiety now waiting. If I yes say I commit suicide, if I yes say I think to take my life, never, like never. Gone are those days, really. Gone are those days. So discovering purpose has impacted my life a whole lot. The reason why I've been able to navigate life as a visually impaired person for the past 8 years is because I have discovered my God's given purpose that has shaped my journey of life. Regardless of my impairment, I am still doing life as a visually impaired person, knowing fully well that I am not defined by my visual impairment. I am defined by purpose. I am where I am today because I have discovered my God's given purpose and I am living in alignment with my God's given purpose. I mean, purpose sounds like a guiding light to me. So, purpose is that light that gives meaning to your pain. Purpose is the strength that keeps you going when life seems tough. I mean, you can see it's been 8 years and I'm still moving because my purpose has given me strength. As you can see, with all I've said, purpose is very, very, very powerful. So, my question for you is what is that limitation that seems overwhelming to you? Reflect on it today because it might serve as a stepping stone to your God's given purpose. I want you to know that purpose is very, very powerful. And regardless of the limitations, the pain, you can navigate life when you discover your God's given purpose. If I can still do life as a visually impaired person for the past 8 years, you can still do life regardless of your pains and limitations. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Living Beyond Limitations. If my story drops something in your heart, share with someone that needs to be encouraged by my story. Until next time, keep living beyond your limitations. Stay tuned as we bring you more inspiring and empowering contents like this.